5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
All right. Happy Friday, everybody. How you doing? Here we are. Welcome to Live with Neve. I'm wearing a rather grubby t-shirt. Don't have any of my normal great-looking shirts on, but I'm just chilling out and enjoying this Friday, and I hope you are too. We've got all kinds of crazy stuff in the news. First thing, my guest this morning is Peyton Bolling, and he'll be joining us at about 10:15. I'm looking forward to having him. He is a friend of Sam Rourke's, who we've had on the show before, and we're going to have him on again today. So I hope you'll enjoy him. He'll be with us just in about 15 minutes, something like that. So there's some crazy stuff going on in the news. Well, there's one good thing is we're now producing a lot of oil, and I have to say, give it credit where it's due. The president is now digging and opening new wells, which is great. We've now been named the largest producer in the world, and our production is frustrating the OPEC oil caps. So suck it, OPEC. Okay. We've actually had we've had another 353,000 jobs added in January. So that's good numbers. We like those. Showdown, Pentagon's plans for strikes on Iranian personnel and facilities. The shadow war risks a direct conflict. What do you guys think? Do you think we really need to get into a shooting war with the Saudis or the Iranians or any of the countries that really are surrounding Israel? I don't know. I don't think Israel's going anywhere. They've been there for 3,500 odd years. And can I tell you, they're not going away. So we have D.C. trial for Trump is off the March calendar. And a suddenly media-shy speaker can't answer questions. He's on the phone. Yeah, the Speaker of the House. I don't know much about him. Killers of the Flower Moon. By the way, if you have Netflix, just an incredibly well-done movie. Killers of the Flower Moon. And it's about a period of history a lot of you probably are not familiar with. At the turn of the century, oil was starting to get big. And right around World War I, there was a tribe that had an incredible fortune to get oil wealth on their reservation. And this movie talks about how it went from that point on. The various people who came in to try and take their money. It's a true story, and it's fantastic, and I don't want to give it up too much, but I will say excellent cast, excellent acting. Leonardo, I think, did one of his best roles ever. I think Robert De Niro, who I don't personally like, I think his politics are screwy, but the guy is a phenomenal actor, and he gave one of the best performances I've seen him do in a long time. He was actually worried about acting instead of being a fake tough guy or whatever he thinks he is. And let's see. Musk calls a vote on shift to Texas after Delaware court voided his pay package. Yeah, sounds like somebody who doesn't like him, who's friends with certain somebodies who want to see him get slammed. Elon is bashed by a heavy metal drummer who cost him $56 billion. What? Let's see. What do we got here? I don't want to read from the app. I just want to read the damn story. And it's not showing up. Hold on here, peeps. Let's see what they say. Okay. Now, Haley insists she's staying in the race. Ah, not buying it. Ukraine says destroyed Russian ship in underwater drone attack in Crimea. America's new stealth hunter killers have arrived in a nick of time. Okay. And let's see. The secret strategic weapons reporters should know about. That's an interesting. What I think that's about is we've been talking about turning F-16s into drones, the combat drone, which pretty amazing, I gotta say. So it is Friday, as always. We're glad you're here. Um, some of our favorite guests have been missing lately. Hats off to them. And I'm late. I'm waiting on our guest. So let's see. Back up out of here. Microsoft, go away. Done. So let's see. 3 years after decriminalization of all drugs, or most drugs, Oregon frets over drug use. It's one thing to legalize weed, another thing to legalize opiates and all this other stuff that people do for their artificial joy. I'm of the opinion that people should mostly be allowed to do the drugs they plan to ingest unless it's causing societal harm. And I gotta say, fentanyl is certainly doing that, and lots of people are dying from it. And it's kind of a mess. Mexico leader says cartel money claims could hurt U.S. ties. I don't know what that means. Taylor Swift eyes a record at the Grammys as women take center stage. So it's not necessarily a man's world, is it? Yeah. Up for Best New Artist, Ice Spice, Keeping Her Cool. I have no idea who Ice Spice is. Frequencies align. Well, all I can say is I'll give her a listen today and see what I think and let you know this afternoon. Florida bill would make a device tracking without consent a felony. So if you stick one of those little, I don't know what they call them. I have one here on my keychain, a tracking device from Apple. If you put it, say, in your girlfriend's car and you don't tell her, you could be convicted of a felony now in Florida. Vince McMahon, the host of WrestleMania and all that stuff, is being arrested for sex trafficking allegations. And let's see. El Salvador's strongman set to ride landslide past checks and balances. Unapologetic dictator. Okay, good for you. I'm glad you're digging that. And let's see. 40 years in prison for ex-CIA coder who released hacking tools to WikiLeaks. That's pretty pathetic. And it's so cold and snowy that fuel oil is thickening and roofs are collapsing. I have a friend of mine out there. I'm going to have to call her and ask her how it's going in her neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And Larry Page, owner of Oracle, has bought a fifth island. Guy's got a thing for islands. Today, we have great news. This is always exciting. Let's see where this is. Okay. An army of thousands of monkeys, and they look like langurs, so they're big suckers, and they bite the hell out of you. Um, well, a rampaging population of sex-crazed monkeys. It sounds like SantaCon. Sex-crazed monkeys are being sterilized by Thai authorities in a bid to bring them under control. The macaque primates are running rampant because of the lack of tourism caused by the coronavirus. This sounds old. Hundreds of macaques are rampaging through the streets of Lopburi, and it's because Corona dropped all the tourists who'd normally come and feed these damn things. I don't know what you folks think about. To me, to have a monkey as a pet, just not happening. And here they are. They have a mass neutering, 500 by Friday. So today's Friday. This must have been old news, but they are going to town on neutering these monkeys. And it's just, gotta say, they've been trying to help. It's feared the sugary diet has made them sex crazed and breeding faster. Well, monkeys are kind of always sex crazed. In fact, humans are always sex crazed too, aren't they? And as you really think about it, people are crazy as hell. Look at some of the stuff they need to get their freak on these days. Let's see. Local woman Kiljura Tekawacha Nangawana told the Daily Mail, "It was like being in prison. We live in a cage, but the monkeys live outside." Despite the animals being outnumbered by the 750,000 humans living there, parts of the city are said to be no-go zones. According to witnesses, they've turned an abandoned cinema into their monkey headquarters, where they also leave the remains of their dead loved ones. Ew. Any human who attempts is reportedly attacked by hordes of monkeys. So there's 6,000 of these things living there, and they've gotten frenzied, they're sex crazed, and they're on drugs. And like here, this place, here we go. You got this abandoned cinema where they're dropping the monkeys, and they're hanging out, and they're bringing their dead in there. How about we just close off the doors to this place? Monkeys don't need to be like having their own, social club here in the middle of town. So they're neutering them, and that's all, I guess, as good as I got to tell you. We've got a pedophile who confessed to killing John Benet Ramsey is freed from jail. Most of us don't believe that. There's other things with that case we'll probably never know. And all I can say is the monkey watch is great. They're chasing people on motor scooters. So for all your monkey news, it's Monkey Day. It is now 10:13, so I'm going to go ahead and run a commercial for you guys. And this is my friend Carlton Wilkinson, and I will be working on drums on his new record. And we met this week, and I've got some listening and coming up with some new bits to do today. And so we'll be doing that. But here is Carlton Wilkinson. Check him out.
There's some changes headed, like the Gulf Stream rising, like some gale that's been blowing off this wild bird island shore. And I can't say where, and I don't know when, but some old door's been opened in the restless shade. Poor man sagging cigarette takes the subway. Rich man folding old regret steps on the rundown below.
All right. That was some Carlton Wilkinson. And now we're going to have some Darren Flynn for you. He's the Red Fox. You know why?
Like a melting flake of snow this year. I won't be sad to see it go.
Hi, I'm Darren F. Flynn, a singer-songwriter from Ireland, and I'm on Live with Neve.
I would have said it couldn't happen here. The people
So, I've just been informed that our guest is not going to be able to make it. He had got called into work today, which we can't blame him for that. We all have to do that. So I'll tell you what, it is 10:15, and I'm going to be out of here. Our guest got called out, and I don't have anybody else to bring on this morning. So we will see you at 4 o'clock today. we're going to have the lovely Tucky Parkus will be joining us for a NAM update. And if she cannot make it, we will be running a rerun. At any rate, have a great day, peeps. I will see you at 4 o'clock on Live with Neve. Bye-bye.